Okay, we're logged into one of our spare accounts now because we're going to give you a complete walkthrough on how to post on Instagram, how to get your first media up there, and the different types of media and things that you can post on Instagram to your followers that are about to come through and start following your awesome new account. So I'm logged in here once again and I'm on the profile tab. We're going to come down to the very bottom here. You can see down the bottom there is a plus button in the middle of that navigation bar. Simply click on that and that's going to bring up all the media available to post in your phone's gallery. You can see down the bottom it says library, which is selected, which is your phone's media library. You can see in the middle area here it says photo. So if you want to take a photo right now, you'd push that button. And if you want to take a video right now to post, you'd push the video button. Up the top, it says all photos. You can see that you can search your gallery this way as well if you push that photos. So you can see every photo that's on your phone without having to scroll through all of them. So I'm going to close that down. And right now, we're going to start with the simplest thing to post, which is just a straight up picture. So you can see this is an awesome little photo of a floating cat, which it's running and its legs have been sucked up into its fur, so it looks like it's hovering. We're going to drag around that photo to get it where we want it. You can also zoom in by pinching or zoom out by the opposite of a pinch. And I'm going to put that right over here on that top right hand corner. And then simply click the next button up here where it opens the editing screen. Now this is where there's no hard, fast rules, but it's just to edit the photo how you think looks best and what fits with the vibe of your Instagram page. So the very first thing you do is you add a filter. So you can go along these filters simply by clicking and see which filter looks best for the photo. Once you double click on the filter, you can turn the filter intensity up or down using this slider right here. So I'm going to come across and do maybe something with a little more contrast. I'm going to go for a Hefe. Once you have your filter done, I'm going to double click and turn it down a little bit. Click done. Up the top, you can turn up the Lux, which is basically like a contrasty button. I'm going to click edit down the bottom here, and you can see you can adjust the rotation or the tilt. So you can make it go sideways or the other sideways using this thing here. It's all fully customizable. There's no hard fast rules, and whatever looks best for your picture, brightness up or down, contrast, structure, makes it a little bit more grainy. Warmth, you can go colder feel or a warmer feel. It's a really easy way to edit a photo, and that's how Instagram got so big in the first place, having these really cool, easy to use filters that anyone can use. You don't have to be a professional photographer to make a photo look good. You can apply highlights and shadows. Fade, vignette, tilt, shift, sharpen. So I'm just going to sharpen this one a little bit more. I know it doesn't look great, but this is just a walkthrough to show you how to do it. Click next on the top right, and this is where we're going to write our caption. So we're going to go through captions and how to optimize them, how to add the hashtags and everything in the upcoming lecture on marketing, the upcoming module that is. Right now I'm just going to write hovering cat just to show you where it goes once it's posted. Hashtag kitten, hashtag hovercat. Now I'm going to talk to you about the hashtags actually in the next lecture, so you know exactly what we're doing there. Share with favorites, we're going to keep that off. You can tag people. If you are friends with this cat on Instagram, you could tap them, search for them, and tag them, meaning that when people look at that photo and click on the cat or the person in the photo, they're going to get taken to whoever you tag's Instagram profile. So sort of linking their profile to a picture of them. Add a location. So I'm currently in Bali, so it's selecting all these Bali locations right here, but you can find wherever the photo was taken. If it was New York, simply type in New York and that will load up the New York locations. New York. Add that, and I'll add that so you can see where that is posted when I post this. And then I'm going to keep those social buttons off for now. I'm going to talk you through them in the next lecture too. But if you want to share in between Facebook or Twitter or Tumblr, you can simply click them. Now, in advanced settings, you can turn off commenting. So if you don't want anyone to comment to it, you can simply turn that on. We're going to keep comments live and click share. Now you can see it's posting and that's uploaded. So now that's in our newsfeed, and everyone who follows us, which are a couple of people, this is a throwaway account, but there's still a couple of people here, are going to be able to see that photo and react to it. We're now going to jump back into the library, or where we submit our content, which is that big plus button down the bottom. We're going to do what's called a select multiple, or a carousel post. So we're going to click on the select multiple right here, undo the kitty cat because we've posted him, and we're going to do a restaurant type vibe. I've downloaded these photos to share, maybe this one right here, and you select them in the order you want them displayed. The first photo is by far the most important, so pick the one that you like the most first, so the one that captures attention. I'll show you how this appears once we post it. So next, once again, you can apply the filters, and you can apply them individually or to the whole post. I'm going to keep it with no filter right now because it's already an edited image. I'm going to click next. Once again, you can write the captions like, come visit our restaurant, whatever your restaurant name is, check out our awesome meals. Okay, no hashtags right now. Again, you can add location. I'm not going to do it this time. I'm going to click share, and that is uploading now. Okay, so while that uploads, I'm going to come down here and show you exactly where things went. So you can see our username or our handle is at the top of this post. This is the cat picture we just posted, obviously. Underneath our name is the location where it was posted, the location that we said the photo was taken in. You can add any location of that. So if your restaurant is somewhere, feel free to add your restaurant here. And down the bottom underneath, you can see the caption, hovering cat with the hashtags, hashtag kitten, hashtag hovercat underneath. So that is how it comes up on other people's newsfeed, and they can simply double tap it to like it, or they can comment using this button right here. Great, so now our carousel images have also posted. You can see our caption down below. And the other very interesting and unique thing about this is you can see there's a one blue dot with 3 gray dots next to it below the photo. And that means you can slide across to see the other photos that we've included in this post. So it's a really cool way to post multiple things about the same thing. If you went on a camping trip, you could post the things about the camping trip. If you have a new product out, you can post 3 different angles of the new product. If you have a dress line, you can post the dresses, each dress in the line, or like this, a different menu item on each photo, and then maybe a vibey sort of photo at the end. A lot of people also have call to action photos at the end, which is like this photo but text above it, come visit us at this address, or free drinks if you show us this Instagram post, or something like that gets people taking action on your post, or like this photo for a shout out, or something similar to that is really, really useful. So that is what a carousel post looks like. I'm going to come back into this once more and just highlight the other sorts of content that you can be putting out of there, because Instagram is very, very flexible. And again, you get to personalize your own account and all your own content. So it's really cool to know what is possible. So this little infinity logo at the bottom of this lettuce leaf right here on the left, I'm going to click on that. Now, I don't actually have this installed yet, but Instagram have a really cool thing called a boomerang. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but it's sort of like Instagram takes about 20 photos in quick succession, plays them all forward and then all backwards. So you get a sort of backwards, forwards, sort of 3D feeling to it. That's not quite a video, but it's really cool, especially when someone's jumping and they're in the air and then they go back to the ground and into the air, back to the ground. I'm sure you've seen them around. You can install the Boomerang app to test it out, and it's really a lot of fun, and a lot of people love to interact with them on Instagram. The other one, which is again a new app, and to get these apps, simply click the Get the Layout button or the Get the Boomerang button that comes up here, and that'll take you to the App Store to download them. Layout is just a really simple way to put multiple photos into one post, similar to this example here. So you can put 10 or 20 photos if you wanted to, but they're probably going to be too small. You can put 2 or 3 photos. So instead of people having to slide across, you can just see the multiple photos in that one post. The last thing that you can do is you can post videos on Instagram. up to 60 seconds now. So feel free to use that time to make long, in-depth videos so people can watch them and feel in tune with your brand. That's it for how to post on Instagram. We're going to now go into how to get a little bit more exposure for these posts before we start talking about Instagram stories in the next module.